Have you ever heard that the last digit of your birth year is not random? It's a cosmic signature. Right now, take a moment and look at the year you were born. Whether it's 1965, 1982, 1991, or 2003, that final number holds something extraordinary. Ancient Buddhist monks discovered that this single digit reveals which spiritual perfection your soul incarnated to master in this lifetime. This isn't astrology. This isn't personality typing. This is karmic architecture, the actual blueprint the universe designed for your journey toward awakening. Most people live entire lifetimes never understanding why certain patterns keep repeating in their experience. Why do some qualities come so naturally to you while others feel like climbing a mountain? Why do the same lessons appear again and again, dressed in different circumstances, but carrying the same essential teaching? The answer has been hiding in plain sight, written into the year you entered this world. Have you ever wondered why you face the same challenges repeatedly? Why certain strengths feel effortless while others challenge you endlessly? Your birth year's final digit holds the answer. Before we begin, I want you to do something important. Calculate the last digit of your birth year right now. If you were born in 1978, your number is 8. If you were born in 1985, your number is 5. Once you have your number, pause this video and comment below. I am, followed by your digit. This simple act activates the ancient wisdom we're about to explore together. Join thousands of souls discovering their spiritual blueprint in this exact moment. Now, let me share what Buddhist monks have known for centuries. Buddhist numerology teaches that numbers 0 through 9 each carry distinct vibrational frequencies. These frequencies align perfectly with the 10 perfections, what Buddhists call the paramitas, the spiritual qualities Buddha himself taught as the path to enlightenment. These aren't abstract concepts, they're living energies, and one of them pulses at the core of your soul's mission here on Earth. Your birth year's final digit reveals which perfection your soul specifically chose to develop in this incarnation. This explains your innate talents, why certain situations drain you while others energize you, and why particular themes keep appearing in your life story. When you understand your number, suddenly everything clicks into place. The relationships that challenged you, the career paths that called to you, the obstacles that seemed insurmountable, all of it becomes part of a coherent spiritual design. This ancient system was used by monks for spiritual counseling, helping seekers understand their dharmic path. Your number isn't a limitation, it's liberation. It shows you exactly what the universe needs you to embody, what gifts you naturally carry, and which obstacles are actually your greatest teachers. This is karmic architecture revealing itself through the simplest of codes, a single digit that contains your soul's entire curriculum for this lifetime. Think about it. You didn't choose your birth year randomly. On some level beyond conscious awareness, your soul selected the precise moment to enter this world, knowing which energetic frequency would support your growth. That final digit isn't coincidence, it's cosmic design. It's the universe whispering to you about who you truly are beneath the layers of conditioning, expectation, and learned behavior. Every challenge you faced, every strength you possess, every pattern that shaped your journey, they all make sense when viewed through the lens of your number. You're not broken when you struggle with certain things. You're not failing when particular lessons keep returning. You're exactly on path, mastering the specific perfection your soul came here to develop. Let's unveil what your number means, starting with the souls who chose completion. If your birth year ends in 0, you are what ancient Buddhist wisdom calls the completion soul. 0 represents the void of infinite potential, the ending that births new beginnings. You embody the perfection of wisdom, and your energy carries something most people struggle to understand. You're comfortable in the mystery. Where others need clear answers and linear paths, you thrive in the space between endings and beginnings. You have a natural understanding of cycles and transitions that feels almost supernatural to those around you. When projects are falling apart, when relationships are transforming, when life feels uncertain, you don't panic. You recognize these moments as sacred portals. You're exceptional at completing what others start because you understand that every ending carries the seed of something new. Your spiritual depth runs profound. You can hold paradox without needing to resolve it. You see how opposites create wholeness. This makes you a powerful presence during times of change, though others may sometimes perceive you as unfocused or hard to pin down. Here's your growth edge. You can struggle to begin things without seeing the entire journey mapped out. The linear path frustrates you because your soul operates in spirals and cycles. But here's your lesson. Your power lies in surrendering to the mystery and trusting that endings create space for miracles. Your very presence teaches others that emptiness is fullness, that the void is not empty but pregnant with infinite possibility. If your birth year ends in 1, you are the pioneer spirit. 1 embodies singular focus, the initiating force, the very first step. You carry the perfection of generosity, but not in the way most people think. Your generosity shows up through leadership. You were born to go first, to take bold initiative, to light the path so others can follow. Your courage is natural, almost instinctive. Where others hesitate, you act. You have innovative thinking that sees solutions before problems fully form. You inspire through action, not just words. People watch you and think, if they can do it, maybe I can too. Your independence is a gift. You don't need permission or validation to move forward. You trust your inner knowing and you're willing to walk alone when the path calls for it. But here's where the growth happens. Your impatience with collaboration can isolate you. You move so fast that you sometimes leave others behind, and then you wonder why you feel alone. You're learning to receive as graciously as you give, to understand that true strength includes vulnerability. Your lesson cuts deep. True generosity means pioneering paths, then inviting others to walk beside you. Your Dharma isn't solitary conquest, it's leading through inclusive vision. When you master this, you don't just blaze trails, you create movements. If your birth year ends in 2, you are the harmonizer. 2 represents duality, partnership, balance. You embody the perfection of morality, and this shows up as right relationship. You carry diplomatic wisdom that can navigate the most complex human dynamics. You're a natural mediator, someone who can hear all sides and find the thread of truth running through opposing viewpoints. Your empathy runs so deep that you actually feel what others feel, and this makes you incredibly effective at creating peace in chaos. You see all perspectives, not as an intellectual exercise, but as lived experience. When everyone else is polarized, you're the one holding center. You understand that morality isn't about rigid rules. It's about honoring the sacred in every interaction. People feel safe with you. They soften in your presence because you create space for their full humanity. But this gift comes with a shadow. You can over-accommodate others' needs until you've erased yourself from the equation. You absorb energetic imbalances from your environment like a sponge, and then you wonder why you feel drained. Setting boundaries feels selfish to you, but it's actually essential. Here's your transformational teaching. Authentic harmony requires your centered presence, not self-erasure. Your gift is showing that morality lives in honoring both self and other equally. When you stand in your own truth while holding space for others, you become an embodiment of balance itself. If you resonate with these energies, comment your digit below. Now let's explore the souls who build and transform. If your birth year ends in 3, you are the creative messenger. 3 embodies expression, creativity, the trinity of mind, body, and spirit. You carry the perfection of renunciation, which means you're learning non-attachment to form. Your artistic vision is undeniable. You see beauty, meaning, and connection where others see ordinary life. You have communicative brilliance that can translate complex spiritual truths into language anyone can understand. This is your superpower, making wisdom accessible. You're a natural storyteller, and people are drawn to the way you express yourself. Your joyful self-expression is contagious. When you're creating, you light up, and that light touches everyone around you. You don't just make art or share ideas, you channel something larger than yourself and give it shape in this world. But here's where the challenge lives. You can scatter your creative energy across too many projects, never quite finishing what you start. You get attached to recognition, to needing your work to be seen and validated. When inspiration fades, you struggle to push through to completion. Your lesson is profound. Your creativity flows most powerfully when you release needing specific outcomes. Create for creation's sake, not for applause or approval. When you do this, your message reaches exactly who needs it, in exactly the right moment. Trust the renunciation, let go of the form, and the essence will find its way. If your birth year ends in 4, you are the builder. 4 represents structure, stability, the 4 directions that anchor reality. You embody the perfection of wisdom through discerning action. You don't just dream, you manifest. Your practical manifestation skills are exceptional. You can take a vision and turn it into tangible reality through patient persistence. You're reliable and grounded in a way that makes others feel safe. People know they can count on you. You create lasting foundations, whether in business, relationships, or creative projects. You understand that transformation happens through consistent action, not dramatic gestures. You have the rare ability to stay the course when everyone else gets distracted. Your wisdom shows up in knowing what's worth building and what's just noise. You see the long game, but your growth edge is real. You can become rigid when plans shift, clinging to structure even when life is calling for flexibility. You struggle to trust processes you can't control, and sometimes you value material security over spiritual growth. Here's what the universe is teaching you. True wisdom builds structures flexible enough to evolve. Your Dharma is demonstrating that stability and adaptability are not opposites, but partners. When you learn to build with openness, you become unstoppable, grounded yet flowing, structured yet alive. If your birth year ends in 5, you are the freedom seeker. 5 embodies change, adventure, the 5 elements dancing in constant transformation. You carry the perfection of energy through dynamic courage. Your adaptability is remarkable. Where others fear change, you embrace it. You have magnetic enthusiasm that draws people and opportunities toward you. You learn rapidly through experience, sometimes cramming a decade of wisdom into a single year. You're meant to catalyze change in others. Your presence alone shakes people out of complacency. You show them what's possible when you stop clinging to false security. Your energy is infectious, your spirit is brave, and your capacity for transformation seems limitless. You don't just survive change, you thrive in it. But there's a shadow here. Your restlessness can be mistaken for growth when sometimes it's just avoidance. You struggle with commitment because you fear it means giving up your freedom. You can avoid depth by constantly moving, skimming the surface of experiences without ever letting them truly touch you. Your transformational teaching cuts to the bone. Freedom isn't escaping limitation. It's having the energy to transform whatever arises. Your power emerges when you bring your dynamism to sustained practice. When you channel your energy toward depth instead of breadth, when you commit to transformation in one place rather than seeking it everywhere, you discover that real freedom lives in mastery, not escape. Are you seeing yourself in these ancient patterns? Let's continue with the nurturers and seekers. If your birth year ends in 6, you are the nurturer. 6 represents service, healing, balance. You embody the perfection of patience through compassionate endurance. You are a natural healer, and people feel this the moment they enter your presence. You create sanctuary for others. Your home, your energy, your very being becomes a safe space where people can let down their guard. You offer unconditional support in a world that usually attaches conditions to everything. You find genuine purpose through caring for others, and you balance your giving with wisdom in ways that make your service sustainable. You don't just help people, you hold space for their transformation. You see their potential even when they can't see it themselves. Your patience is extraordinary. You can endure what would break others because you understand that healing happens in its own time, not on anyone's schedule. But here's the shadow side. You can slip into martyrdom patterns, sacrificing yourself on the altar of others' needs. Resentment builds when your care isn't reciprocated, though you rarely admit this even to yourself. You can lose yourself completely in service to others, forgetting that you too deserve the care you so freely give. Your transformational lesson is this. Patience includes waiting for others to take responsibility for their own journey. Your gift is holding space, not carrying burdens that aren't yours to carry. When you learn to nourish yourself with the same tenderness you offer the world, you become an even more powerful healer. If your birth year ends in 7, you are the mystic. 7 embodies spiritual seeking, inner knowledge, the 7 chakras that map consciousness itself. You carry the perfection of truthfulness through authentic inquiry. Your spiritual insight runs deep. You see beyond surface reality into the layers most people never glimpse. You have analytical wisdom that can decode the mysteries others don't even know exist. You're comfortable in solitude in a way that confuses people who need constant company. Alone time isn't lonely for you. It's when you connect with something vast and true. You're a natural philosopher, always asking the questions underneath the questions. Why are we here? What is real? What lies beyond what we can see and touch? You don't accept easy answers. You dig until you find bedrock truth. But this gift has a cost. You can isolate yourself through overthinking, getting so lost in your own mind that you forget to actually live. You sometimes use spiritual concepts to bypass the messy, painful, beautiful reality of being human. You struggle to trust what can't be proven, even though your own experience keeps showing you that truth exceeds evidence. Here's what you're learning. Ultimate truth lives in embodied experience, not intellectual understanding. Your Dharma is bringing mystical wisdom into lived, messy, beautiful reality. When you stop living only in your head and start living in your whole being, your wisdom becomes medicine for a world desperate for authentic truth. If your birth year ends in 8, you are the abundance keeper. 8 represents infinity, the perfect balance of material and spiritual, karmic cause and effect. You embody the perfection of determination through unwavering resolve. You manifest prosperity, not just money, though often that too, but abundance in all its forms. You have strong willpower that most people simply don't possess. When you decide something is going to happen, you make it happen. You understand energetic exchange at a level that seems almost supernatural. You know that energy flows where attention goes, that what you give returns multiplied. You carry natural authority. People look to you for leadership because they sense your strength. You see long-term consequences where others see only immediate gratification. You play the infinite game while everyone else is stuck in finite thinking. But your challenge is real. You can become attached to control, gripping so tightly that you strangle the very abundance you're trying to create. You sometimes confuse your self-worth with your achievements, measuring your value by external success rather than inherent worthiness. You risk burning out from relentless pursuit, forgetting that even determination needs rest. Your lesson transforms everything. True abundance flows when determination serves Dharma, not ego. Your power multiplies exponentially when you align your personal will with universal will. When you surrender control while maintaining focus, when you achieve from overflow rather than lack, you become a living demonstration of spiritual prosperity. If your birth year ends in 9, you are the enlightened humanitarian. 9 represents completion, universal love, the end before new cycles begin. You carry the perfection of loving kindness through compassionate wisdom. You have universal compassion that extends beyond your immediate circle to embrace all beings. You're an old soul. People have probably told you this your entire life. You forgive easily, not because you're naive, but because you understand that holding on to pain only perpetuates suffering. You see interconnection everywhere. You know that separation is illusion, that we're all threads in the same cosmic fabric. You're a natural teacher of oneness, showing others through your presence what it means to love without boundaries. But this expansive heart comes with a burden. You can take on collective suffering as if it's yours to carry. You struggle with personal boundaries because boundaries feel like separation, and your soul knows we're all one. You sometimes sacrifice your own self-care for global concerns, burning yourself out trying to heal the world's wounds. Here's your deepest teaching. You complete karmic cycles by honoring your humanity first. Your greatest service is modeling that enlightenment includes loving your beautifully imperfect self. When you give yourself the compassion you so freely offer others, when you remember that self-care isn't selfish but essential, you become a beacon showing others that awakening doesn't mean transcending our humanity, it means embracing it fully. Now that you've found your soul signature, let's activate this wisdom in your daily life. Now that you understand your soul's signature, everything shifts. Your birth year's final digit isn't a limitation, it's liberation. It shows you the specific perfection the universe needs you to embody. Every challenge you faced, every strength you naturally possess, every pattern that's repeated in your life suddenly makes sense as part of your designed dharmic path. You're not broken, you're not behind, you're exactly on track, mastering the lesson you came here to learn. This knowledge becomes powerful only when you activate it. So here's how to bring this ancient wisdom into your daily life. Each morning, before you check your phone or rush into the day's demands, place your hand on your heart, take a breath, then speak these words aloud. I am, followed by your digit. Today, I honor my perfection of, and name your specific perfection. Then finish with, I trust my soul's design. If you're a 3, you say, I am 3. Today, I honor my perfection of renunciation. I trust my soul's design. If you're a 7, I am 7. Today, I honor my perfection of truthfulness. I trust my soul's design. Let this become your daily compass, the anchor that reminds you who you truly are beneath all the conditioning and doubt. And here's a practice for when you're facing your digit's core challenge. When that old pattern shows up, when you're struggling with the exact thing your number predicted, don't push it away. Instead, whisper this mantra. This obstacle is my teacher. My perfection unfolds through this exact experience. Breathe into the resistance until it softens. The challenge isn't punishment. It's the curriculum. It's how your soul develops mastery. When the pioneer feels isolated, when the harmonizer loses boundaries, when the mystic overthinks, when the abundance keeper burns out, this is the perfection asking to be refined. Meet it with awareness, not judgment. Now I want you to do something important. Comment below using this exact format. I am, followed by your digit, and I embrace my, followed by your perfection's name. So if you're a 6, write, I am 6 and I embrace my patience. If you're a 9, I am 9 and I embrace my loving kindness. Watch what happens in the comments as thousands of souls confirm they're walking similar paths. You're not alone in your journey. Read through others' comments and notice how each digit creates the complete spiritual ecosystem we all need. The pioneers need the nurturers. The mystics need the builders. The freedom seekers need the harmonizers. We're all pieces of the same whole, each mastering our unique perfection so the collective can evolve. If this resonated with you, if you felt seen and understood in a new way, share this video with someone who needs to discover their soul's signature. The algorithm doesn't matter as much as the synchronicity of the right person finding this message at exactly the right moment. And subscribe to this channel because we're diving deeper into Buddhist wisdom, numerology, and ancient teachings that help you understand who you really are beneath the surface of daily life. Your number chose you before you took your first breath. Your perfection awaits your acceptance, not your achievement. Your Dharma unfolds through every breath, every challenge, every moment of awareness. Trust the cosmic design written in your birth. You are exactly where you're meant to be, becoming exactly who you came here to be. The universe makes no mistakes, and you are living proof of its perfect intelligence.